I found this one a few months back, and I made a note to keep it because I found it was fun. The music that they use underneath it, it's sparse orchestration, but the way they play the violin, pizzicato, pizzicato or pizzicato? I think it's pizzicato, but it's blung, 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 blung. You know, the way they kind of pluck the notes, and it lends to a playful, kind of fun, light-hearted mood. So I thought, okay, I made a note to keep this, and because I kind of read something that was kind of big and bold and muscular last time, I want to read something that's kind of the opposite this month, something a little more fun. And by the way, I think this is month 21. Let me check my notes. I should know this. It is. It's reading YouTube ads. My 21st month of doing this. There was a time when I thought, boy, am I going to make it to a year? And then I did make it to a year. Now I think, boy, I'm going to make it to 2 years. So this has been a fun process. Every month reading a real YouTube ad, a real ad that's marketed to me. I don't go out looking for these. That's just when I'm waiting to watch my video. This is an ad that comes up, and if I like it, I pause it, I see if I can find it somewhere, I transcribe it, and I make a note, and I think, oh, I want to read that. Just for the sake of, for the heck of it, really, just for practice, because it's fun. And why not? It's not like I'm getting paid to do this, but I enjoy doing this, and this is a fun project. So this one is for Coca-Cola. It's Coca-Cola with coffee. As a kid, I drank a lot of cola. I drank a lot of Coca-Cola. I remember high school. Oh, yeah. And then as an adult, I enjoy coffee. Well, now you got both of them together, Coca-Cola with coffee. It's a 15. And if you look at the script here, it's a 3-second lead-in with this whimsical, playful music that I talked about. That's me plucking a violin. Blung, blung, blung. And so it's roughly a 3-second lead-in with music. And then if you let's just read this, not for timing, but just read this for script purposes here. It says, sips like a Coke. Oops, I did something wrong here. This is live. Script. Boom. There's my script. Good, I'll move it over to the side. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Okay, you have your 3 lines there that introduce it. And then, well, there's the word introducing right there. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. And I put a little up thing because when it's a female voice who did this, by the way. And so that's another challenge when I think, okay, female voice, now I'm going to try and do it. So she's young. She's fun. She's smiling throughout the whole thing. And I want to try and embody that. I want to try and I'm not trying to be a young... I'm 52. I'm not trying to not be my age, but I want to embody the fun that she had when she read it. So she put an up on there. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee, infused with Brazilian coffee. And so it's fun throughout. And a little bit of a determined when she ended it at the bottom. So 3 seconds lead in. Let's time it, by the way. Here, I'll add the timer. Boom, timer. Okay. 3 seconds go by for the intro. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. So when I right there, 15. I'll read it one more time and then I'll tell you what I was thinking about. Reset once more. 3 second lead in for the music and the sound effects. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. Okay, you can see I'm not going to run out of time. Well, for the heck of it, one more time. Here we go. 3 second intro while the music and sound effects go. 3 second. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. Okay, you can see my timing. Let's get rid of my timer. Boom. The script, the last 2 lines, introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. It felt weird the first time I heard this. You have the word coffee. You have the word coffee in the last 3 lines, but specifically in the last 2 lines, when she read it, the script felt a little odd to me. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. And then the more I thought about it, the more I read it, I thought, okay, no, I'm on board. Maybe it's just the novelty of hearing it, the word coffee and then the word coffee to wrap it up. But either way, I got past it. And so sometimes you'll get a script that maybe rhythmically it doesn't fit right with you, but then you kind of work it out. You kind of get it, let it soak in, and then, okay, feel good about it. Let's try one. Let's go camera 2. 3-second lead in, so I'm just going to count to myself. 3, 2, 1. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. All right. I feel like I'm getting better at this. As I read it, I thought, okay, I'm ready for this. I've actually been looking at it all day, and I wanted to wait till the end of the day to tackle it. Another first take for me, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say, look at me, but I feel good about that. And so let's dissect it just a little more, working this backwards. So fizzes like a Coke. Sips like you have a list. There's 3 items there. Fizzes, sips, finishes. So fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. So fizzes is one note. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. You want your second note to be a little higher. And for your third item in the list, it was determined. Not only determined, finishes like a coffee. It's kind of like a secret, not a secret, a surprise. So number 1, number 2, number 3. I bet you didn't see that coming. Number 3. So fizzes, sips, finishes like a coffee. Why does it finish like a coffee? Because then you have your next part. So you look at a script as if it were acts in a play or in a movie or in a performance. And so it begins, it's a 15, so it moves quickly, but it begins with a list. And then you have introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. You could argue that we have 2 acts here. The list of the 3 items, and then you have the business stuff at the bottom. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee. So a lot of times with any project or with any, I'll just say project, if you kind of break it down into smaller pieces, it becomes less daunting. And it becomes more manageable. And that's the way I looked at it when I saw this. And yes, it's a 15 and it's a short script, and watch me do this. But again, if you take something that can be kind of intimidating at first, and you break it up into little pieces, and then it doesn't become so scary, so to speak. And so you can also work at it in sections, just like with music. If I'm trying to learn a specific song and there's one part that's giving me trouble, well, maybe I'll start just with that part and just kind of work at that part, and then I'll go to the beginning. So month 21, 21st month. I appreciate your time. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're well. Fizzes like a Coke. Sips like a Coke. Finishes like a coffee. Introducing Coca-Cola with coffee. Infused with Brazilian coffee.